Hello and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and the second episode of Tuesday Air. So Tuesday Air is a series that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'm going to be checking into the air signs Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, and seeing what the possible predictions may be for them for the following week or weeks to come. Also, stay tuned in the coming days for Wednesday Water, Thursday Earth, and Friday Fire. And each of those days, I go through those elements. So let's get right into it. Thank you for coming. Today, we're going to start off with Aquarius. Beautiful sign of Aquarius. And I'm going to bring out that sun, of course, because we need the sun. Today, and that air card. Today, also, Aquarius, you have Mercury in your sign, okay? Mercury right now is in Aquarius, and also Pluto is in Aquarius right now. Pluto, oh gosh, that far distant planet out in the nether regions of the solar system, planet of birth, death, and rebirth, regeneration, and of course, Mercury, the ruling planet for communication. So, interesting, right, Aquarius? We're going to get into it. Take a moment as I begin to just do a little shuffle of your cards. Um, Please remember, folks, that these readings aren't for everyone. Of course, they're not going to resonate with everybody. And for some of you, there may be a surprise. It may resonate with you, even though you're not an Aquarius sun sign. You may have Aquarius in your chart, in your Mars or your Venus. You may be a moon in Aquarius or a rising Aquarius. You may just have that energy in your birth chart. And so that was enough to draw you to this reading, or perhaps to have you resonate with this reading. Okay, folks, so just take what you can, take what applies to you, glean what helps you in your life, and leave the rest on the table. Now, if you hear any noises in the background, folks, I have to apologize. That, of course, is my two cats. And lately, they've been jumping on the table as I read as well. So I apologize ahead of time if they come strolling through the screen. All right, so let's cut your deck and see what's going on for you. Now, these readings could be about love or could be about life or career or just relationships, but we'll see. Let's pull up these cards. We're going to keep Aquarius right there. Okay, and then we're going to get into it. First row. This is very basic row. King of Swords, Three of Wands, Eight of Cups. Wow, walking away. And a Five of Cups. All right. So, just to get us started, Aquarius. Starting right off, this reading is definitely talking about some heartache, some decisions, some ultimatums, perhaps even that are coming into your life, Aquarius. You're starting off with a very strong energy, King of Swords energy, fire of air. This coming week or next couple of weeks is going to be a period where you really begin to set some serious boundaries and limits in terms of who you're communicating with. It's interesting that we have Mercury in your sign today also. This is very much about communication, setting a tone for communication as well with others around you, setting sort of kind of putting the kibosh, on some things that have been going on, some interactions, I want to say, and connections that you've had, very, very specifically to do with conversations that you've had with people that may have revealed some information to you. Three of Wands, Eight of Cups. You're waiting right now for some information to come in for you to help you with this situation that you're dealing with. And the situation is very much to do with a relationship that you have with one or a group of individuals. We're going to go deeper as we pull more cards, of course. But this is just the base. You're beginning to decide that there are certain relationships or connections in your life through all of this recent communication, or for some of you, the communication that's coming in this week. You're starting to realize that some of these connections and people in your life are not for you, right? They're not for you at all. It's time to sort of like say, hey, it's time for me to walk away from this. And there's also some heartache and some regret there. There is some mourning going on for love that is lost, but we're going to get some more information. This is turning into, well, we'll see. Let me hold. Let me hold because there's more information I feel that really needs to come through. Nine of Wands, okay. Lot of fighting, lot of strife, lot of arguing. Six of Cups, Four of Cups. Wow. Okay. Aquarius, there's been some bickering, some arguing. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have that beautiful Nine of Pentacles, right? Nine of Pentacles energy, very similar to, I want to say, Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, you worked for your garden. You've worked for, there's an element right away I feel of jealousy, of money, jealousy. People are jealous of what you have, what you've created, what you've made for yourself. Um, Yes, there's been some arguing, some fighting, some real sort of power grabs, some power plays. People have been coming at you. Again, out of this jealousy, people have been coming at you. Um, it's been a feeling recently, I want to say over the recent weeks, and this week very much coming to a head, Aquarius, of you very much feeling like you've been alone kind of in the world wilderness, right? That you've been kind of like you've been having a lot of battles. You've survived those battles, right? But you haven't come out of them unscathed. There's been some bruising that's gone on, and yet you continue to struggle and to kind of find your way through this forest. Almost, it seems to me that up until recently, you may have been involved with someone. Okay, again, this feels like a love connection reading. You've been involved with someone who has slowly been sort of chipping away at your sense of confidence, or more than that, your inspiration. Feels like somebody has really been chipping away at your inspiration, Aquarius. And it's like slowly but surely your dreams that were bright have just dimmed and dimmed and dimmed. And through recent arguments, through recent conversations, you're realizing that, right? You're realizing that you've really sacrificed a lot. And this has been, it feels to me like it's taken a period of time. And this week is a week where, on the heels of some very heated arguments that have happened, and for some of you that may happen this week, there's been almost a clarity that has come into you. I'm going to start to, let me pull which deck I'm going to do my clarifiers with. Um, you've almost started to realize that things were worse than you thought through these arguments. The clarity that's come in, it's like, I'll put it to you this way. It's like up until now, there's been a lot of, fights and back and forth and arguments and disagreements, but they were all kind of normal relationship type of disagreements, right? Sort of normal relationship stuff. But recently, and for some of you, as I say this week, the argument took a turn. The fighting took a particular turn that was nasty. All right. And for you, it's like, uh-oh, okay, I think I've seen and heard enough now. Right? For you, it's started to it's taken a turn that suddenly has really woken you up out of a situation where you have, for the most part, just kind of been like, I'll put up with it. I wouldn't be surprised the Hangman energy shows up. I'll put up with it. You haven't really, I think maybe it hasn't been as serious as you thought. And yet what happens is this kind of fire comes up inside of you to say, no, this is enough. You begin to walk away. You also begin, this individual, I'm going to say, may come back and begin to sort of offer you the peace pipe, but you're not having it. Okay? You're not having the peace pipe. And at the same time, Eight of Cups just flipped over in my hand. So reinforce, you're walking away. Absolutely, Aquarius. From a love connection. I'm going to say it's a love connection. Certainly. It sounds it sounds like I'm being reluctant about that, because I think recently, maybe up until recently, yes, it was what you thought was a love connection, but recently the love has kind of begun to dissipate, right? The value of it, the shine of it has begun to dissipate. The clarity of realizing it isn't what it is. It isn't what it is, right? Everybody always says it is what it is. A lot of times it isn't what it is. It just isn't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got to face that, right? And you're absolutely prepared to do that. You're also waiting for some other information to come in. There is a regret here, and that's coming in as well. It starts to feel to me a little bit, Aquarius, like as you're realizing that this relationship you're walking away from, this connection that you're walking away from that's caused you a lot of strife is not really for you, you begin to mourn a previous relationship that you're starting to realize was the one. Okay, you're starting to say to yourself, oh shit, hello, Ax. I just realized you commented. It takes me a minute to see my comments on this. Will you win the lottery? That's funny. Um, yes. So you begin to realize that there may have been a connection in the past that was much more, you may have forsook that connection for this connection, and now you're realizing, shit, I made the wrong decision. So there is some remorse here, there's some grieving here, there is yeah, there's definitely some regret, I'm gonna say, right? Nevertheless, you may have an opportunity with them again. Show me some more. Princess of Pentacles. All right. Princess of Swords. Self-confidence is coming back, right? Your self-confidence is definitely coming back. Someone is coming into you, and that is very much your energy, right? That is very, very much your energy. And you spark something here. As you're coming out of this other relationship, there is a spark going on here with somebody, Aquarius, that comes into you recently, that comes into you in the near future. And there's a great affection that is developed here. This may even be somebody from your past. This may be somebody that you know, or it may also be someone that you're very good friends with, especially for some of you, someone you're very good friends with on the job, someone you work with, someone that you've developed a rapport with, right, through your day-to-day activity. And they come in and there's a spark there. There's certainly of uh, a deepening of sort of love and connection and tenderness. Uh, there's Princess of Swords coming in also, which is definitely a feeling of self-esteem and self-confidence coming through. Nevertheless, somebody does offer you a cup of love and you don't get it. You don't accept it. You don't take it. You're like, look, I don't want this. I don't want this at all. Let's get a few more clarifiers. One more. Six of Swords. There you go. Moving away. And another princess. Wow. Nice energy. This time, Princess of Cups coming again over that love connection. Definitely a love connection coming in. This person is going to begin to flirt with you, Aquarius. This person is going to begin to um, show you that they're interested. They may invite you out for coffee. They may do something for you, something small for you. Definitely a nice little romantic love connection budding just in time, really, for spring. And Six of Swords is coming in. You're definitely moving away from a period of fighting. You're definitely breaking up, walking away, breaking up with someone who you just have had enough of. The fighting is too much. They're not worth it. They're not worth your time anymore. You're really over it. There's really not you're not feeling a lot of sadness here. This is something that you're deciding for. And right on the heels of that comes this lovely love energy. They also, I'm going to say, they're going to try to come back, like I said, with a cup of love for you. Uh, and or try to offer you, or they're gonna maybe try to come back and be like, look, I've changed, or things will be different. I won't argue so much. We won't argue so much. There is an attempt that comes in, but it's like, ugh, it really doesn't even count, right? You're really absolutely over it. And especially it comes in after this little love connection starts to bud. It's almost as if you turn your back on this person, you move away. For some of you, you're actually going to be moving out, moving towns, moving to another city, maybe moving out of the, I want to say, the scene that you both are in. You're physically changing your environment to be away from them. This, but you don't go so far away. I'm saying, like, you may move neighborhoods, something like that, right? Like I said, friend groups. You may zhuzh your friend group a little bit, start hanging out more with people you haven't and less with people you have. And this budding romance comes in, and it's after all of this that this individual you're walking away from now will probably try to come back and win your heart back because they see you're doing so well. They see you're doing so well, and they see that you're in love, and that usually always happens. It's like one of the laws of attraction. It's like when you make good decisions for yourself and your future and your life, when you begin to take steps to better yourself, it has a profound it creates a profound reverberation around you, and it's imperceptible to a lot of people, but they can't help but be attracted to you, right? Especially, and then of course when you add a love connection there, they want that. Let's get some oracles. Spirit of the angel, spirit of possession, and spirit of Christ. All right, just taking a look to see what spirits may be helping this situation or spurring it on. Spirit of angel guidance, blessings, answered prayer. All right, so there's blessings coming in for you. There's blessings coming in for you and your new person, your new connection. Again, as I say, guidance, when you make moves for yourself that are good for you, when you address situations in your life that are hampering you, that let's see if I can make room for this, that are holding you back, right? The universe likes to come in for that, and like, it starts to give you guidance and help you on your way. We have spirit of possession. All right, so this is, again, could be your individual that you're saying goodbye to, saying, look, I'm not ready to let you go. That's what I said. They're going to come into you again with a cup of love. They're going to come into you with some kind of action that's supposed to make you sort of miss them, be with them. Yeah, this is going to come, but this is not. Remember that this is oftentimes very disingenuous. It's what people want to say, a narcissist trick. Everything is a narcissist, but it's just age old sort of human behavior, base human behavior, right? Shadow human behavior, but it's there. That it's only when you better yourself and you get better that suddenly this individual who wasn't as interested before, or wasn't willing to put in the work before, or wasn't ready to step to the plate, didn't treat you with that respect. It's when you begin to take a look at yourself, better yourself, make good decisions for yourself, that suddenly these individuals are the first ones to come back and be like, oh, I love you, I always loved you, you deserve the best. And again, that's why I say it's disingenuous, because a lot of the time they are feeding off of your good energy that you are generating for yourself, and they want some of that. Spirit of Christ is coming in. Forgiveness, reconciliation, unconditional love. As I say, for some of you, is this going to see? Sometimes my camera does not focus. Let's see if I can get this one in focus. Is it going to focus for Christ? Focus for Christ. So some of you, there you go. Forgiveness, all right? Resurrection, unconditional love. As I say, for some of you, this love connection that comes in may be an old love connection that you had with somebody, and maybe somebody that you're reconciling with from your past. But for some of you, it's going to be someone new. This connection here that I was talking about earlier, someone new, certainly new in love, in terms of you may have known them for a while. As I say, for some of you, you may have been working with this person. This is somebody you may generally have just been friends with on a job. You get coffee together, things like that. But for the most part, it's been sort of just friendly. Now, suddenly you're starting to get that vibe. It's starting, and you're interested, right? You like it, right? And so, also, as I say, Spirit of Christ coming in, forgiveness, reconciliation. That also is a good spirit to have in response to this energy I was talking about earlier, Aquarius, of regret, where you're regretting and mourning what was lost. But everything in your life it builds to a point, and there's no such thing as a life without some loss, some regret, some mourning, and you just have to go through those times, right? As I say, this new lovely budding love connection that comes really on the heels of you suddenly changing and coming to the plate for yourself, stepping to the plate for yourself, putting the right boundaries in place, cutting away ties with people who have just held you back, held you down, where the fighting has just been overwhelming. Doing all of those things is inviting this beautiful sort of new love into your life and this new opportunity into your life for a healthier love and a healthier connection. All right, guys. So this is your reading, Aquarius. Take a moment to look at the cards, the imagery, the symbols on the cards. If there's anything in particular that calls to you, that's your talisman for the next week or coming weeks. All right. And if you see that image or if you're reminded of that image in any way, it's just a little reminder for you that in that moment, you're connected to your life, you're connected to everything. Take a moment to breathe, take a moment to pay attention to what's going on in that moment. This is how your talisman will help you through your journey. All right, folks. So I'm going to pull up these cards in a second and we are going to go into the next reading. Get rid of the oracle cards, my clarifiers. Go into the next earth reading. Air reading. Pardon me. And we are going to replace Aquarius with Gemini. All right. Gemini. I'm going to put air there and the sun there. And today's planetary positions, it was only Aquarius that had any other planets besides any other planets in its sign today. Okay. We are, of course, in Aquarius season, so the sun is in Aquarius. But for Gemini, beautiful Gemini, air sign, we're going to have the sun there. Take a moment to meditate on those cards. Okay. And just take a breath as I shuffle from the last reading. Remember, every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be reading for the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Of course, after this reading, Libra will be the final reading. Show me what's going on for Gemini. We're going to cut your deck. That was a nice reading for Aquarius. I love that. All right. Let's put Gemini there. I'm going to take the sun away. We'll put Gemini right there for you and get right into it. 5 of Cups again. Wow. 7 of Wands. The Lovers. Oof. And the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. All right. Again, we are dealing with remorse, pain, loss of a connection or a love connection that's really, really hurt you. You can't let go of it. There's a feeling here, Gemini, of and remember, these readings may be for you, but they may also, it's a reading for Gemini, but for some of you, you're going to be on the other end, and this could be your cross watcher in this connection, because again, here we have another connection to do with love, specifically with the love connections, right? But here we are with that, looking to the past, having a little bit of regret, wanting to fight for it, right? There's a feeling of wanting to fight for your lost connection, to fight for that love, right? It feels like a soulmate connection for you. Like this was the one that was meant to be, and it's lost, and I want it back. I want my lover back. There's a lot of work right now. You're busy, 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 busy. Two of Pentacles. You're doing a lot of things. You're juggling a lot of things, a lot of tasks, a lot of activities. It may be a little bit distressing. There may be some times recently, Gemini, that work has been giving you just a little bit of anxiety. It may be, for some of you, you may be juggling different financial responsibilities right now, right? It just feels emotional. Work right now just feels very emotional for you, and it may be feeling just a little bit overwhelming, but this is because of this loss that you're going through here, right? Some of you, well, let's go deeper, okay? There may be a tweak to this to this message coming through on this reading, but let's go a little bit deeper. Show me more, Gemini. High Priestess, wow. Four of Swords, Nine of Swords, regret. Six of Wands. Wow, a lot of regret. This reading may not be about a lover that's gone away, but it may just be about a profound loss, okay? For some of you, and by the way, Lovers is your card. You're showing up in your own reading. Lovers is the card for Gemini in the tarot. So you're showing up in your own reading. There's a profound loss here, right? And a feeling, again, of really having to battle right now. A feeling of having to battle. And yet that lover's energy is coming in. It could be that you may be depending on lovers right now to get you a lover or a love connection to get you through this. More than anything, though, we come right back into your head here. You're very much in your head, Gemini. There's your intuitive ability is really spiking right now. Your intuition is spiking right now, which is one of the feelings why this may just have to do with the loss of someone very, very close to you, or a profound loss that is really shaking you emotionally. Because a lot of times in a crisis sort of situation like that, or a moment of deep grief, is oftentimes when we're most deeply connected to our spirit and our intuition. It's when we grieve. It almost takes on another level, energetic level, right? Grieving, just as happiness does too. Certain emotions that are extremely intense. And so this is coming in, but you're right now trying to sort of just bide your time in terms of what you're going to do, how you're going to handle it. Some of you, I'm going to say, are feeling a little bit frozen in the headlights. They may be feeling of catatonia, in the sense of not wanting to move, not wanting to do anything. Regret comes in. Some of you are going to be dealing with sleepless nights, insomnia. Again, this speaks to an intense degree. Let's see what's at the bottom. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles energy. Let's get her. Are we going to get her to focus? There we go. Right? She's come from nothing and built something. Right? Some of you are definitely individuals who have come from, it may be the person that you've lost is somebody who's really helped you in your journey to get to where you've been, to build what you've built for yourself. Okay? But yes, a lot of sleepless nights, anxiety, uncertainty of how to move forward, a feeling of being overwhelmed, a feeling of when it rains, it pours, right? But there is victory that comes on the end of it. This is to say, Gemini, that this is simply a period that you're going through. It feels horrible. It feels like a sickness of the soul or the heart. But that's like with any traumatic or you know thing that happens to the body. We have to heal, and the healing process is painful. It's the same way with the heart and the emotions. It's the same way when you have a profound loss of some kind. That healing needs to come in. And you have to be hurt to be healed, right? So that pain, that hurt, it's like you go through that, and then the wound has to be cleaned. That hurts. The wound has to be disinfected. That hurts. And then it has to be bandaged. And only when it's bandaged do you begin to get some relief, but it still hurts. And the relief only comes as the healing begins. So there's stages to healing something when you are wounded. And it's the same way when you're wounded in your heart or in your soul, right? So deep grief, deep sadness, this period will end. It will not take very long. Seven of Cups, yes. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, wow. And the Ace of Cups, yes. Love comes in. Love, a new love. All right. For some of you, it is a breakup, but on the heels of this breakup comes a brand new love connection. For some of you. For some of you, this is just the loss of someone very, very close to you. And when you heal from it, this love, you will be transformed. The healing will be transforming. In either scenario, it really amounts to the same thing, right? Uh, this event, this loss, shakes you up and wakes you up to something in your life, a change that needs to happen in your life. And this grieving period is sort of a walk through a walk through the fire in a way. You begin to really evaluate your life and how what you've worked for up until now, what you've accumulated. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Are you happy with where you're at? You've put a lot of work in. You have work to get where you're at, but are you truly happy now that you're really looking at it honestly? There's a lot of sort of deep, sort of, I want to say, self-reflection going on right now. Self-reflection on yourself, on your life, on the way you're living. uh there are some fantasies that are starting to come to the surface, and you're realizing that's what they were. That's all they ever were fantasies, right? This was never real. And on the heels of all of this, as I say, is love, a new sort of love that comes in. For some of you, it will be a new love connection with someone. For some of you, it's a new sense of love for yourself and for life almost. Lovers coming in a Gemini reading very much sometimes is about you sort of connecting the two sides of yourself as well. And the two sides of yourself, the two personalities that embody the Gemini, those two personalities learning to love each other, and therefore learning to love the full unit, which is you, the full composite spirit, which is you. Okay. And this is coming in quite strong. Let's get some oracles in. But right now I'm gonna say, if anything, rely on your tuition. The high priestess comes in hard. She's always hard. She's always a strong energy in a reading. She shows up very rarely in readings. If very rarely. Well, at least in my readings, right? All readers are different. All readings are different. But in my reading, she comes up very rarely, which speaks to the power that she brings when she does show up in my reading. So here is the strong message for you to really lean into your spirit guide, lean into your gut, lean into your intuition, and go through this valley of grief and I want to say mourning period, right? Because you come out of it renewed in so many ways. You come out of it renewed in yourself for some of you, and for others, you come out of it with a renewed love connection. Spirit of the Pentacle, faith. Spirit of the Staircase, ascension, the long way home, and the Spirit of Gold. Well, there you go. Okay? Let's see if it's camera will. There you go. Spirit of the Pentacle. Okay? Faith, unity, wholeness. So this is what I was exactly talking about. Having that faith. I'm this reading is, if you're resonating with this scenario, the situation in your life, this reading is here to reaffirm that ultimately keep the faith. What you're going through now is painful, but keep the faith, because on the other end there will be wholeness in your life that was not there before. Spirit of the Staircase. I love this oracle card. This is the oracle deck of spirits of darkness and light. Mystic Moon Oracles. I love her. She's also a tarot reader on YouTube, but she produces her own decks, and they're absolutely phenomenal. Spirit of the Staircase, ascension, progress, their journey home. This is what this is. It is progress. It is ascension. You are coming through a very painful period here to get to another level in your life. And the steps necessary are the steps of, as a staircase, it's painful. When you get to the top and you can rest and, oh, wow, okay, I made it. And Spirit of Gold is here. All right, Spirit of Gold. All right, so for some of you, Spirit of Gold, wealth is coming in. Uh, Status, wealth, abundance. So this is the spirit that's also coming in for some of you. Okay, this is a little added energy there of abundance coming in to help. Abundance always helps. Wealth always, it does help. People say it doesn't help. People, it helps. It helps. And to be fully in your life, to be fully engaged in your life, and to be fully sort of walking your path and being intentional, the universe will, of course, bring you abundance and bring you blessings, and you're allowed to have those. The universe is our playground, but it's through right action and right intention and right moral center and heart that you make the most out of it. And that's where the blessings are. And of course, the financial blessings follow. So, this is your reading, Gemini. I'm going to leave it at that. Please take a moment to take a look at all of the cards. If there's anything that you see that speaks to you in terms of symbolism, or any of the imagery, hold that image. Remember that image will be your talisman. And whenever you are reminded of it through your activities, day-to-day activities, don't forget to take a moment to take a breath. It is a reminder for you to live in the moment and to experience the moments of your life so that you can be more present in the decisions and in the learning that you are going through, especially in this case, Gemini, to really take a moment to step outside of yourself at those times and sort of appreciate what you're going through, and yet also appreciate where you're going, right? Where your journey is taking you. All right. All right, Gemini. The next reading is for, finally, my lovely Libras. All right. So let's pull up your clarifiers. And we are going to pull out Libra again. Those of you who enjoyed this Tuesday air reading, this is my series. Every Tuesday, 11 a.m., Tuesday air, we're going to be looking at all three air signs for the coming weeks or week. Whatever resonates with you, we'll pull that sun in the air out again, air card for that element. And take a moment, please, to just relax, breathe in, resonate with those cards, meditate on that energy of beautiful Libra, the sign of the scales, okay? And we are going to see what's up for you today. Libra, what is going on for my lovely Libra? Show me. I'm going to cut your deck. All right, and put you right here, Libra. Get rid of those cards, and we're going to start your reading. Temperance energy. Wow, Sagittarius. Six of Wands coming in again. Ace of Cups, love again, and Queen of Wands. Wow. All right, Temperance coming in, a new love coming in for you. Again, I believe all three readings have really been about love or connections with people that you deeply, deeply love. Sometimes love isn't always, just like your partner. It's love for people, right? So Temperance coming in this week, Libra is calling for you to really temper your emotions. um Temperance is a little bit different than balancing, right? Balancing, you're constantly trying to keep things even, right? With temperance, you're tempering yourself to sort of remain connected to your goal. Tempering is about remaining connected to your focus, and so not allowing the outside world to push your emotions in one way or the make you too angry, and so you act in a way that is contrary to what you're trying to achieve. So, whatever is happening to you, whatever energies are surrounding you, you are maintaining a level of temperance within yourself to maintain yourself and to adjust and act accordingly. It's a card for Sagittarius. Some of you Libras may be dealing with a Sagittarius. And so this week, this temperance is coming in, right? You're trying to really remain sort of focused and on your square. There's a sense of victory that also comes in, a feeling of, I told you so, I knew I was right. And that's why this temperance is important. There may be some people around you, Libra, who have been naysayers, they've been haters, you know what I'm saying? And you've kind of been like, yeah, that's all right. It's not going to bother me. I have patience. I have temperance. I will win in the end. I will be victorious in the end. And that satisfaction will be coming in for you this week. Of course, as with all the other readings, we're going to go a little bit deeper. And then there's a new love here also with the Queen of Wands. So there's some wisdom coming in for you. It may be someone. I'm going to pull the next line of cards to see, but there's a new love connection here that's coming in. And I feel like it may be with someone who is has been in your life before, perhaps. Certainly someone that you see, and I feel like this Queen of Wands speaks to someone that you see is extremely wise, someone who's very experienced, very powerful, very fiery. Again, you may be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Let's see what the next line holds. Show us deeper for Libra. Show me. Nine of Wands. Page of Cups. Wow. King of Cups. Okay. The King of Wands. Wow. All right. So, yeah, this almost feels like, I'm going to say, a new love connection. And let's see what the bottom of the deck. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. All right. So, yes, a new way of thinking, a new life has come in, right? A new way of thinking, a new life, a new mentality. It's like you're all brand new, right? And there is a connection that is brand new coming in. Now, for some of you, this connection is going to be with someone, as I said, that is very much your queen to your king. And we're not talking about male, female. We're talking about energies, feminine, masculine. But you have both of the Queen and King of Wands showing up. This is a fiery union. This is a union of equals, right? You're equal. There's a new love coming in that is finally with someone that you consider on your level. Definitely you've had haters in the past who have told you this is never going to happen, but you kind of remain steady. And this is interesting that you had to remain steady, right? It's almost as if you've done something with your life that's allowed this to come in. Nine of Wands energy. It's also, for some of you, Libras, it's like how shall I put it? You kind of finally made it through this last little hurdle, right? You may have been dealing with a lot of, I want to say, hangups, or you may have been dealing with a lot of burdens, right? Some of you were maybe even dealing with addiction. Some of you were maybe even, there was just heavy things that were weighing you down, right? And you tried trying many, many times on your own to sort of like unburden yourself of these things, find a way through this, this, I want to say, confusion and darkness to a place where you're focused and clear, right? And there's been a lot of pain and a lot of sort of, I want to say, uh, injuries along the way of that, right? But pushing through, making that last push to finally shed those things, I believe is the energy that you're bringing here, Libra. And it's bringing you to a place of victory. It's bringing you to a place of victory. And as a result of it, love is coming in. Proper love, like cute love that starts exactly the way you want. Again, how you doing? Little cups of coffee, little sort of uh actions that are made that let you know you're interested, and yet it builds to this great, like, beautiful love opportunity to sort of, you are the one feeling, right? And very much a feeling of, this is the one I'm going to be marrying. There's I feel marriage here, you know. I mean, Queen of Wands and King of Wands, it's just so. And we have King of Cups energy there too. I want to say be careful of jealousy, but things like that. But it doesn't feel strongly that that's there. It may be that you have someone else opposing you now. This connection with this individual that's coming in. And again, it could be an individual that you knew previously, and there's a new love there's a rebirth of the love with them. Or for some of you, it's going to be somebody brand new. Nevertheless, the love is strong. And there is someone here, this energy here of someone that's like, hang on a second, I'm in the way. Okay, I'm not going to let you just ride off with this person. I want them too. And there's definitely a face off, I feel here, for some of you with an admirer, someone who's also, wanting somebody who wants the same thing you want. And it feels very much, you have King of Cups, King of Wands facing off with each other. This person may be somebody, uh, maybe somebody maybe a friend. You two may be friends, Show me. Princess, wow. And the Hierophant. Princess of Cups, Princess of Pentacles coming out for you also. And the Hierophant. Yes, there's a love here. Some of you are dealing with somebody who is divorced. Listen, I'm going to just put it bluntly. Some of you are hooking up with your friend's ex-wife or ex-husband. Okay? Some of you are definitely hooking up with your friend's ex-wife or ex-husband. And right now, there's no shadow energy here. But check out my Monday live streams that I do. I did one yesterday. My Monday Toxic Love series, which I live stream at 4 o'clock. I pull 3 signs at random from my signs deck and read for any toxic connections in their lives. And there may be something toxic that comes out of this. Right now, it feels good. Right now, this feels very much like a victory. It could be, and here's another very specific message here, Libra. For some of you, you're the scenario I pose is, yeah, you're hooking up with your friend's ex, but that ex was originally yours to begin with. Okay, you may have been with this person many, many years ago. They went off and married somebody that you knew, a friend of yours or whatever. You guys broke up, they went, got married, and they got divorced, and now you guys are back together. It feels a little bit complicated, but on the end of it, to me, Libra, you're the one who wins here, right? You're the one who has the victory. You're the one who walks away with the prize, which is this love connection with this individual. The person that you both are sort of dealing with is somebody who's extremely strong and fiery and sexy and awesome, and someone who is exactly the type of person people do argue and fight over because they are just a great person. There's no feeling here of adultery or backstabbing, or I want to say a feeling of betrayal here at all. Everyone's been up and up, but it's just love will out. And whoever you love is the one you're with, right? And so this is what this feels like very strongly to me. Again, Princess of Cups, same as the Page of Cups coming in. It's going to begin with, little flirtations. This is not a premeditated thing. This feels very much like something that comes in out of the blue. Right? And it's like you didn't expect it to happen. They didn't expect it to happen, but it's happening. And there is definitely marriage on the cards. Marriage number 2 for some of you on the cards here. Right? So let me get some oracle cards, spirits of darkness and light energies, to see what kind of energies or winds or spirits are working with you or against you in this scenario. That may be I want to say, an obstacle or a challenge for you as that energy comes in. This is interesting, Libra. This is saucy. Okay, it's a little saucy. But Spirit of the Fox came in. Oh, just as I was saying that. Spirit of the Fox is gonna. Oh, there we go. Sly, cunning. You know what I mean? Strategy. Yeah, somebody is a little, it's a little saucy. Somebody's going to come in and try to scupper this. Somebody's going to try to come in. Again, it feels like the partner, the ex, feels very much like the ex coming back and being like, hang on a second. But again, we remember this card fell out too. Spirit of the dwelling place, home, structure, coming back. These cards are falling out for Libra. Jumping. Let's get one more. Oh, and there we have Spirit of Gaia, Mother Earth, family creation. All right, so let's see if we can get this to. Yep, is it going to do it? There we go. Spirit of the dwelling place. All right, coming back home. For some of you, it is coming home. Your person is coming back to you. They're coming back to where it's good. you know? For some of you, it's new, but it's definitely. And then we have Spirit of Gaia, Mother Earth coming in. Okay. Family again, something like I said, sorry, sometimes my camera don't feel like focusing. Mother Earth, family creation, right? Some of you are going to be starting a family with this person, but again, it comes, and this temperance is here because yeah, you have to be tempered because this is a little, as I say, I don't feel adultery here. I don't feel sort of cheating energy here or dishonest energy. Yet it's still painful for some people. It's still a little tricky. And temperance is here to remind you, Libra, just take care. Remember, eyes on the prize. Yes, be patient, be understanding that this is a little tricky, but this is definitely a scenario of love coming in, good love, strong love. You guys are flirting, maybe starting to date, and this is definitely putting somebody in a funk. Um, this is definitely, and there's also very much a feeling of victory here. So there's definitely history here. But the most positive thing that's coming out of this is the love and the connection. And over the next couple of weeks, if you're resonating with this, it's just going to be a little bit, like I say, saucy is the word. There's going to be a little back and forth. Nothing major. I don't see fighting or anything like that, but just back and forth, juicy, very juicy. How else can I explain it? That's just the vibe that is coming through to me right now. But yet good. And ultimately, we'll see. I mean, tune in for next Tuesday. All right. Tuesday air, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be live streaming. We'll see. There may be another reading on the heels of this that really takes you deeper and takes you into that. Libra Angel, yeah, you can ask a question. Excuse me. I hope I responded. There's such a lag, but if you want to ask me a question, please do. While I'm tying up the end of this episode, we can always come back. But yeah, this feels it feels good. What I'll do, since there's a Libra on, I will pull an animal spirit for you guys just to see what kind of animal spirit is here. I haven't done animal spirits on these readings yet. I used to use animal spirits all the time, but let me pull one and we'll see what's going on. This is all new. Boom. The fish. Wow. Slippery. All right. Fish is water energy. The fish is very slippery. People who slip it in and out of relationships. Okay. I'm going to get this. There we go. The fish. Yeah, sometimes the fish is a little bit too quick to move from one to the next, a little bit too quick to sort of say, something exciting is over here. I think I'm going to swim over here. So take care. Um, it feels like this a little bit because, again, there's been back and forth here. It's like you were with this person years ago, then they went and hooked up with somebody else. Now they're done with being with them. Now they're ready to be back with you. This fish energy speaks here, as far as I'm concerned, speaks very much to the person that you're pursuing in this connection. So take care with that. There is a slipperiness there. Nevertheless, you're in love. You love them. You want to be with them. So, excuse me. So that's it, folks. I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading, Libra. I'm sorry, Libra Angel, I didn't get to you soon enough. I really don't look over at the screen at the comments that as quickly as or as much as I should. I'm usually like right locked in, but feel free to come back to the next reading next Tuesday, 11 a.m. for Tuesday air for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And let me know. You can always send a question in ahead of time too, and I can try to answer it for you if it pertains to the reading or if I see any energies that will help me answer your question. All right, guys, but this is it. End of episode 2, Tuesday air. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Wednesday water. We're going to be taking a look at Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And then Thursday, Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And then Friday, fire. We're going to be looking at the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. But for right now, guys, have a wonderful week. I wish you love, life, and happiness. Bye bye now.